Hey, good afternoon, everybody. So in today's video, we're just going to talk about some different approaches that you can use to kind of track your progress over time and to also track your calories, your diet, your macros, those types of things that are actually really critical and very important to keeping you on track with respect to improving your fitness, health, and wellness. Hold on. Something isn't right here. 31, 32, 33. Oh, okay. All right, we're back. There for a second, I thought I almost did a fitness video on YouTube with a shirt on. So you can see how that would have been a problem. One of the main questions that I get, and one of the reasons that I started this channel, was a lot of people would just come up to me and they would ask, hey, how did you get yourself in good physical condition? How do you stay in good physical condition? This happens quite often at the gym. People that I kind of get to know or you'll work out around quite often, at some point, they'll ask, hey, dude, I'd really like to get myself looking kind of the way you look. How did you do it? What's the secret? And there's no secret, obviously. A lot of times it does come down to just hard work and effort in the gym. But a very critical component of that is being able to diet and also having a really effective nutrition plan. When I started out several years ago trying to get in shape, I wasn't very good at tracking anything. In fact, I didn't take any time to conscientiously track any of the stuff that I was doing. I kind of had a general idea of, okay, well, I'm keeping my activity level up. And I also kind of knew, okay, I'm eating a little less than I had previously eaten. And after a little while, the weight started to come off. Also, as I was doing just mostly calisthenic-based type workouts, push-ups, sit-ups, body weight, squats, I noticed that things got easier over time. And I noticed that the amount of reps that I would do, in a given workout would be higher, and it would be easier for me to accomplish my workouts. But now that I'm at a much better and a higher level of fitness, tracking my progress, evaluating where I'm at, and making small adjustments in order to make pretty substantial improvements is a very critical component of what I need to do now. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to go in and I'm going to show some screenshots, and I'm going to use information that I have from the Hume scale or the Hume app. I have both the scale and also have the Hume band that I use to kind of track everything that I do in terms of health metrics, weight, body composition, sleep, you name it. The Hume infrastructure does a really good job of pulling all that information together. In addition to that, I also track all my activity with the Garmin watch and the MyFitnessPal app for all my food and nutritional information. So I'm going to show some screenshots and then do a little bit of a voiceover on the screenshots to just kind of walk you through the information that I've gathered and the information that I use to kind of evaluate the progress that I'm making, and also kind of identify the adjustments and changes that I might want to make depending on what I want to do in terms of improving or changing my physique. So we'll go to that, and I'm going to pull something up on the screen here in just a second. So as you can see here, these screenshots provide the muscle weight and the body fat percentages from the Hume scale. Now this is from the app, and it shows you muscle weight, body fat percentage, broken out by area of the body, and that's in the arms, the torso, and the legs. And I feel like this is good information to have, knowing that is it as accurate as a DEXA scan, a complete medical grade device? No, it's probably not that accurate, but it is a consistent way to measure, your body composition and the changes that you may experience over time as you're going through and doing different things with your fitness routine or your nutrition plan. Now you can see here, this is just a summary level shot of one of the screens that the Hume app can provide you. Gives you your weight, gives you your lean muscle mass, I think, gives you your body fat percentage, and then it gives you like your total subcutaneous fat. And this is just one of the many metrics that are provided by the Hume app. So next up, you can see an output from the MyFitnessPal app. And this just shows you a snapshot of one of my days. It's basically a 2,800 calorie day. This day I had about 250 grams of carbohydrates, pretty high fat that day. I was up around, 140 grams of fat and about 130 grams of protein. Now, my weekly averages, I do average somewhere in that ballpark of 2,800 calories. And it's mixed with about 250 to 280 grams of carbohydrates. Fats are usually in that 110 to 120 range. And then the proteins make up the balance with about 160 grams of protein. That information is really important because now if you want to make small adjustments so that you can increase your weight or reduce your weight over time, you kind of know and understand the baseline that you got to work from. Making these small adjustments to your diet over time, whether that's adding calories or taking calories out, could help you grow in size, gain muscle, gain a little muscle, gain some strength, or reduce your weight and your body fat. And that's the goal. So that gives you some background information on the data that I use to kind of track my progress and how I might use that data to make improvements in terms of size and strength gains, or if I'm getting to a point where I'm feeling a little heavy and a little sluggish, how I would actually go about the process of reducing a little bit of weight over time. So thanks a bunch for watching. Hope this was helpful, and see you guys in the next video.